Brussels had announced a series of changes to the delegation rules that allow investment companies to manage money for clients in different countries after the Brexit referendum. Under these rules, funds can be located and regulated in EU centres such as Dublin or Luxembourg while being managed from London, New York and Hong Kong. The most crippling rule to the UK would have demanded national regulators to wait for approval from the European Securities and Markets Authority (ESMA), the EU financial regulator, before granting the rights to individual asset managers. This would have made the process more expensive and removed the possibility of supervising it from national regulators. There is no reason to disrupt a system that clearly works effectively. Andrew Bailey, chief executive of the UK's Financial Conduct Authority, but Brussels changed its mind over the plan, that would have potentially crippled a business worth £8 trillion to the UK, and a reform of the delegation rules would have not only damaged the UK, which manages £2.6 trillion for overseas clients, but also potentially disrupted the global asset management industry. Washington voiced its worry over the proposed reforms earlier this year as US regulators told the EU it was against the measures, and asked for reassurances that managers outside of the Union would have not been affected by them. Andrew Bailey, chief executive of the UK's Financial Conduct Authority, spoke out against the changes. He said, "The truth is that delegation is a well-established global norm, underpinned by strong standards and regulatory cooperation." Getty Brexit News, the EU stepped back from its plan to restrict UK's fund management industry. Getty, under these rules, funds can be located and regulated in EU centres while being managed from London. It is not dependent on EU membership. There is no reason to disrupt a system that clearly works effectively. Yet, other proposals are still on the table, including to remove from Paris-based ESMA the power to recommend delegation rights. The European Fund and Asset Management Association (EFAMA), which represents Association for the European Investment Management Industry, doesn't want any of the changes proposed to be applied and plans to lobby the EU before May 23, when the 27 state members will meet to discuss the proposed changes. EFAMA said the changes would damage the industry and need to be entirely struck out.